and faculty Prasad under topics uh, custom query that is in data JPA. Guys, online, are you able to see my screen? Okay, right. Today we are going to discuss a new annotation, that annotation called query. Query annotation. What is this query annotation? See, this query annotation is used for almost you got the some idea. So what is the purpose of this? To performing select query. Okay. Even though non-select operations also we can able to do that by using update or delete. Okay. Right. So that's why we are using. So it's supporting SQL, that is select and non-select operations. Even though it is useful to support SQL, that is HQL, that is Hibernate Query Language, and JPQL, Java Persistency Query Language. So this can be supporting. Okay. Even though it can be support for the specific column also, if you need the select operation, right? Select star from MP where EID is equal to 101, for example. Like that, it is also supporting for single record, and we can pass that parameters at a runtime, and we can also implement what joins also, right? There is a different kind of joins are there, so we can use this query annotation for joins as well. Okay, that is about the query, even though it is able to call procedures also. Okay, I repeat once again, point by point, that query annotation, this annotation, this annotation supports both select or and non-select operation also. Non-select, non-select, non-select means what? You know, update or delete. Okay, here supporting these things. Okay, it can be supporting for what? Non-select operations also. But insert operation, you have to use save all. Okay, we can't change that one. Okay, right. But this query annotation is used for what? Supporting both select and non-select. In the non-select also we have update and delete. Okay, but not inserting. Inserting, there is a method called what? Save and save all method. Save one record by record. Save all means a list of records. Okay, right. So that's all about the first point. The second one, it supports what? It supports data projections. It can be supporting what? Data projections, like what? The specific column select. Specific column select. Okay, right. Specific column. For example, select EID, comma, E name from EMP table. That is what you are getting, only EID and ename only. That is specific column. Specific column, that is. Okay, that is called like it's supporting what data projections, like what specific column select operations also it can be support. And um, and we can even pass these pass the parameters. So at what time? Data at what? Data at what? Runtime. Data at what? Runtime. Okay. We can implement we can implement joins, that is inner join, comma, left join, and many more, right? There is a multiple uh, joins are there, right? We can call procedures. We can use what? Procedures also. Procedures. Okay, right. So you know that what is the purpose of the find by method here? Anyone? Find by method purpose is what? Find by method. Find by method. Hmm. Find by method purpose is what? You know, yeah, you already completed, na? Online count decreased, and offline count also decreased. Okay, people went to celebrating the Mahashivratri festival. Huh? Screening test. Madhyano. Oh, they're preparing. Huh? Oh, okay. Find by method purpose is what here? It performing what? Select operations, no? Right? So we already discussed, just I'm writing the notes. That's it. It supports what? Only, it supports only what? Select operation. Select operation. So here, no need of writing any query. No need of writing. No need of writing any query. No need of writing any query. Just define what? Abstract method. Just define what? Abstract method. That is what will happen, or else abstract method. That is it will convert that find by method internal implementation. It will convert it to query internally. It will convert it the query internally. Okay. But while using this find by method, okay, this is better for what? Simple query. Okay, this is better. This is better for what? Simple queries. That's it. Okay, but mostly the recommended compared to find by method and query annotation, the find by method only to performing what? Select operations. But the query annotation is supporting what? Both select and what? Non-select operation. You people tell me which one is the best one. Getting my point? Okay. I repeat once again. Online, listen. You too. The find by method supporting what? Only select operation. But query annotation supporting what? Both select and what? Non-select operations also. Non-select operations also. It can be support. Clear? Okay. Clear, guys? I just comparison for both query and what? Query and what? Find by method. Okay, na? So that's all about it. Next one. So if you compare these two, which one is the recommended to use? Tell me. Query annotation or find by method? Find by method? No. Find by method only for what? Select operation. But query annotation supporting for what? Both select and non-select operation. Right? In this case, the query annotation is recommended to use compared to find by method. Clear? Online, have you followed? Are you there? Okay. Right. So now I'm going to discuss in depth about the rate query annotation. So this query annotation I am going to share in depth. So just we compare between query and find by method. Okay. Right. So coming to the query annotation. So this query annotation, like before that, you know what is the abbreviation for what? SQL? Structured query language. Language. Okay. Next, there is a HQL. HQL stands for what? Hibernate query language. Next, one more we have JPQL. Java Persistency Query Language. Okay, right. So SQL is what? It is kind of like a database dependent, right? So SQL is part of every database. Yes or no? So that SQL is part of every database. That is um, okay, right. So it is a independent database because every database it is a part of, right? Oracle SQL is there, SQL Server SQL is there, PLSQL also there, DB2, Postgres, whatever you have, all databases having that SQL part. Okay, so this SQL, so this SQL is what? Database dependent. Yes or no? Dependent. Database dependent. That is if we define one SQL query for database one, don't look at or don't search for database one where it is. No. I'm talking about here. Okay. Might be Oracle or Postgres or whatever it is. Okay, database one. Database one. Okay, right. That database one, it is what? Working fine. Working fine. Working fine. Okay. may or may not work for what? Database 2. Yes or no? Because its data types and its syntax and etc. things are what? Different. Right? So Oracle data types is different and SQL Server database data types is different, slightly different. Okay, so not much, small differences are there. Okay, right. So this SQL query database independent database dependent. SQL queries case sensitive or case insensitive. Anyone? SQL queries case sensitive or case insensitive? Case insensitive, right? Okay, let me note it down. SQL queries are what? SQL queries are SQL queries are what? Um, Case insensitive. Case insensitive. Case insensitive. Okay. That is, let me write. For example, you can take select star from EMP underscore tab. Select star from EMP underscore tab. Correct. And I want to give uppercase like select star from EMP hyphen tab. Even I want to give in different manner, that is select star from uh, select star from EMP hyphen tab. Correct or not? Okay. Any doubt? See, finally, finally, all are same or different? Same, because the SQL queries are what? Case insensitive. But Java variables and Java related stuff completely case sensitive. Okay, right. Coming to uh, HQL and JPQL. HQL of like JPQL. See, these are database independent. Okay, it is not specific to any database as JDBC. Okay, na? Because this query implementation quietly different. Okay, right. It is database database independent. Database independent. It is, we use internally dialects might be, right? Dialect internally we are using what? Dialect. Okay, independent. Okay, next, dialect will convert HQL or JPQL to SQL at what time? At runtime. At runtime. So if we if we if we if we go to different databases, just modify dialect. Just modify dialect. just to modify what? Dialect. So that is what. But partially this is what? Case sensitive. Partially because that query implementation quite different. I will show practically. Partially it is what? Case sensitive. Case sensitive. That is Java related words. Whatever you are using, Java related words. That is either a class name or a variable name, right? Variable name or case sensitive, case insensitive, or case sensitive. Okay, Java related stuff. And SQL related words. SQL related words are what? Like, like what? Select, okay, from, where, okay, you are using query, right? Or case sensitive, case insensitive, case database insensitive. Okay, right. I hope you are following, right? Online, are you following? Okay, just a minute. Okay. Okay, guys. So I hope you got the clarity what we discuss. I repeat once again. The query is the annotation. This annotation supporting both select and non-select operations. And it supports what? Data projection, like what? The specific column select also it can be support. We can pass even parameters at runtime. It can be implement what? Joins concept too. And we can able to call what? Procedures also. But while comparing with find by method, the query annotation is recommended. Okay, the find by method it support only what? Select operation. No need of what? Writing any, that is no need of writing any query. Okay, we missed it up. Okay. No need of writing any query, just define abstract method, that is, it will convert it to query internally. Okay, this is better for what? Simple queries. The find by method purpose, just it is suitable for what? Only simple queries. Okay, right. Coming to the query, like SQL, HQL, JPQL. So this is what the abbreviation. The SQL, what will do that, and what is this exactly? And we know SQL about much, and SQL queries are what? Case insensitive. You can give any case, it happily supports. And HQL and JPQL, it is what? Database independent. It is, we use internally what? Dialect. Dialect will convert to what? HQL or JPQL to SQL at runtime. So if you go different databases, just you can modify what? Dialect. As I told, Even though if you are using the same database, version to version, different dialects are there. Okay, you can cross check. Okay, and partially like it is what case sensitive, that is Java related words like a class name, variable name, or in the database side we have the table name. That table name we are going to replace with what? Replace with what? Class name. Yes or no? It can be replacing with what? Class name. And column name, column name, column name is going to replace with what? Replace with what? Replace with what? Variable name. Variable name. Okay, right. So that is what. For example, let me give that query. How that SQL query is there? How that JPQL or HQL query will be there? Let me give the some queries for your more understanding. Okay, just queries, sample queries here. Sample queries I'm going to share. Okay, suppose if you take SQL, in the SQL that query, it is there like what? For example, I need greater than or equal to 100 related 100 above, that salary we should display. Then what you are going to display? Select star from, select star from employee or EMP tab. We have the EMP tab, right? EMP tab where where is greater than or equal to what? 100. Let's assume. Okay, the same query in either in the HQL or maybe JPQL, how it will be looks like. How it will be looks like. How it will be. Um, there is no star first of all. Coming to the previous example, EMP ID, EMP name, EMP sal, those are the variables, right? Okay, let's assume. Yes or no? Take our example. This is what our variables: EMP ID, EMP name, ESAL. Okay, with respect to these variables, I am going to frame the query. Okay, EMP sal, EMP name, EMP ID, but not EID, ENAME, ESAL. Getting my point? Okay, listen carefully. So select T model dot what? EMP tab. Yes, EMP underscore tab. Okay, where EMP sal greater than or equal to 100. Now you tell me here, this query, how we framed, with based on the database columns or based on the model class variables. Listen, see in the EMP table, see guys, table name is what? Class name, employee. So what I used here, where? Okay, employee, right? Am I using? Oh, very bad. No. Employee. Okay, employee. See here, I used what? Class name. Getting my point? Listen. So next. So EID, no. E-name, no. ESA, no. Right? What I used? Our variables. Model class variables. EMP ID, yes or no? Select EMP ID, EMP name, not EID, ENAME. EMP ID, EMP name. Where? EMP EMP name from in dot Naresh IT Prasad dot model dot what employee. What is this? What you observed? Can you tell me? Instead of using database columns, yes or no? Instead of using database columns online, are you following? Instead of database columns, we are using our model class variables and our model class name with fully qualified name. Yes or no? How we are going to call this one? Fully qualified name. It means our package name along with what? Our class name. Yes or no? Guys, our package name along with what? Our class name. Yes or no? So here, instead of using, I am providing specific column names. It means the specific Java variables names. EMP ID Java variable, EMP name Java variable. Come to the our yesterday's code. EMP ID, EMP name. These are what? Java class variables now. But database column names is what? EID, ename. Am I used EID, ename anywhere in my query? No, right? From the, instead of using the table name, I am using what? Our model class name with what? Fully qualified name. Clear? And where condition, where clause. I'm not using ESAL. ESAL, na? Database column name. But instead of that, I'm using what? EMP sal. In my query, see, I will show practically, don't worry. EMP sal greater than or equal to what? 100. This is for what? Database query. This is for what? Java based query. Clear? So in Java based, we are not going to use database table name and database column names. We are using our entity class name along with its variables. Clear? Right? Okay. Online, have you followed? Have you followed? Okay. Right. So now you tell me here. You tell me. I'm going to write one query for you. Database query. You have to tell this is what? Example 1. Example 1. I am going to use example 2. The example 2, I am writing the SQL related. I am going to write that SQL related select star from EMP hyphen tab underscore tab. Okay. So I want to frame this query, or I want to convert this query into HQL or JPQL. Can you tell me? Tell me, yaar. Online, can you give me that query? I'm waiting for you. Tell me, don't worry. Come on, yaar. Tell me, select star from employee. Valida. Anyone? Wrong answers also fine here. Online, you also. Okay. Abhinav, given one query. Same query, removing where clause. Okay. Anil shortcut. I got one query from online. Select star from Naresh Naresh ID Prasad model. Okay. And according to Anil, you also given one query, that is instead of what you told here, where class. Okay, where class, perfect. The remaining online, select EMP ID, EMP name, EMP sal from Naresh IT Prasad model. Okay, who is that? Bhargavi. Okay, same query. Okay. What about on offline here? Offline. I got something from online. Okay. Same query, na? Yeah, here both are same query without. Okay. ఏమి రాయకుండా అదే చెప్పు, ఏం రాయమంటావు? సెలెక్ట్ హ్యాష్ స్టార్ సింబల్. ఓకే, సెలెక్ట్ స్టార్ ఫ్రమ్. ఓకే, ఆల్ ఆర్ అగ్రీడా? In dot Naresh IT employees something. Agree, all of you? One query, another query, another query, and one more query. Last. Wrong answers also fine. Okay. You can justify which one is the valid, which one is invalid. Line number 64. Valid or invalid? Online and offline. Invalid. Okay. This is what? Invalid. Okay, what about line number 62? Line number 62. Valid? Valid or invalid? Valid? Okay. What about line number 59? Select EMP ID, EMP name from Indot Naresh IT. Invalid? Okay. What about line number 57? Online? Invalid? क्या करे तू? Valid or invalid? As per your confirmation, it is valid, sir. That is what you saying. Online? Okay. Is it valid? Whatever we mentioned, like 57 is what? Invalid. 60 is what? Invalid. And 64 is valid. 68 invalid. Only one is the valid here, as per your confirmation, not my side. Okay, right. Okay, you can justify. I hope we need discuss more as per your answers. Okay, anyway, this is what? Invalid. Pakka. Okay, So it is given by you. I am writing student queries. You can justify later. Okay, let me give the right query. So now I given like this. So number one valid scenario, that is from solution number one. Where I am? Okay. Solution number one for this above query. So no need to use query select. No need to use what? Select. Just you can use what? From in dot narration Prasad dot model. Okay, that is what solution number one. Again, I am taking this solution number two. There is a multiple solutions are there. Okay, no need to use the solution number one, that select keyword. Solution number two. The solution number two, you can use select E something. Okay, some alias name, some kind of. Select E from what? In dot, oh sorry. In dot nourish IT Prasad dot model dot employee. This is what solution number three. Sorry, two. See, here you can use either this approach or maybe you can use this approach. But we are not using star. Whoever given the star, it is completely wrong statement. Okay. Next, the other stuff, you can provide alias names. Okay. See, sir, is it required that fully qualified name in our query? So, see, that fully qualified name is what? It is optional. We can even directly you can write what our class name. There is no problem. Okay. No need to provide this complete like fully qualified name. Just you can provide what? Our class name also. Okay. Let me write one note for your more understanding. Note. Fully qualified name. Fully qualified name means what? Packagee name along with what? Our class name. Getting my point? This is called as what? Fully qualified name. Where you heard this word? In the core Java packages concept. Yes or no? Right. Fully qualified name is optional. Sir, can I use like this? Yes, you can, but it is optional. I'm trying to say. Okay, right. Fully qualified name is what? It is an optional. We can even directly write class name is also what? Valid. Clear? That class name is also what? Valid. Okay. Sir, which one is recommended to use? I want to write with fully qualified name, without fully qualified name. Okay, which one is the recommended? Which one is the recommended? Okay, let me write that query. See, in HQL or JPQL, see, I am writing select EMP ID, comma, EMP name, those two enough, okay. EMP ID, comma, EMP name from what? From in dot Naresh IT dot Prasad dot model dot what? Employee. Right? Okay. This is for what? With fully qualified name. With fully qualified name. Now, I want to write one query like without fully qualified name. See, is it valid or invalid? With fully qualified name. With fully qualified name. If I return like this, it is valid. But you can wait some time. So here I want to write the query. Select EMP ID, comma, EMP name from employee. Okay, sir, this is also valid here. This is also what? Valid. Sir, which one is the recommended? Which one is the recommended? Right? Both are valid. With fully qualified name, without fully qualified name, it is valid. But the first, whatever the line number 86 query is recommended. So this line number 86 is recommended to use. Okay. Yes, yet to complete, you can wait some time. Okay. Here, maybe you can use the select variables or column names maybe by using alias names also. Right? We are using alias name somewhere where I use it. Somewhere, huh? Hey, sorry. Solution to, alias names, right. So here, here you can use select variables, comma, columns using what? Aliasing or alias names. Like what? Select e.emp id, comma, e.emp name, from what? Naresh, in.Naresh IT, employee E. Right? This is what? For either variables names or maybe column names. See, if you are observed in my queries, I didn't use the star. Am I right? Online, are you okay? Online, are you following? So these are the approaches you can use. You can't use star. Okay, let me evaluate again these student queries. Select star from in.Naresh IT dot Prasad dot model dot employee, valid or invalid. You can tell me that answer. This is the final statement. Valid or invalid according to our discussion? Invalid. Clear? Online? I hope you also. I will show the practically, don't worry. Okay, not only for in the theory. There is a fighting. Next, select EMP ID, EMP name from in.naresh.it.prasad.model.employee, valid or invalid. Line number 63. Valid? That is valid. Right, this is the final one. Next, select EMP ID, EMP name, EMP sal from in.naresh ID model. Okay. Valid or invalid? Both are same, na? Extra is what? EMP sal. So I want to delete one query. Both are same, right? Okay, let me keep it 2 columns, 3 columns, whatever. Okay. So valid. Online. Select star from in.naresh.it.prasad.model.employee. Valid or invalid? Pakka. Right? Okay, it means the first query of the student, the last query of the students, it is pakka invalid. So second and third, it is valid. Clear? Okay. So I given like this. From you can use directly from, or you can use select, but with alias names. With alias names. Okay. Right. That JPQL. 2 queries I given, but the one key or maybe one name. Okay. Instead of directly using the table, you are using what? Alias. Right? Okay. Clear? Okay. Coming to our query annotation. Our query annotation for what? Select. Select query. Observe my symbol here, this symbol and this symbol. Okay, there is some variation in the notes. You can observe. Okay, right. So if you want get all columns data, I want to get all columns data. Number one, select all columns data. Then what? You can use list now. How we are getting? List. That is T. T representing what? T representing what? Entity class or our model class, right? Okay. Thank you. Next one. Number 2. I need one column data. Select one column data. One column data. Then what? What I used for one column data? That is, you can use list. Just you can provide what? Data type. Okay, now just you can provide what? Data type. One column data. See, in the real time also, in the list, the whole column, whole model class might be there. It means what it is trying to getting? All columns data. Are you getting? Listen online, try to understand. See, if you provide like a list, what is our entity class name? Employee, na? Employee. Let's assume. It means what? We are trying to get all columns data. Agree? Okay? Right? I don't want to require the all columns data. I need the specific column, or I want one column data. Then what? that column or that variable data type we have to tell. If it is employee ID, can you tell me what the data type? What data type I have to tell here in the 97 line number? I need employee ID. What data type is required? Integer, not int. Int is the primitive. Integer, the wrapper class. Yes or no? If it is related to names like a string type, then here what? Data type is what here? Character. Our Java related data type. String na? What here? After listening entire Ramayana. Huh? Okay, right. So then you can tell what T. T representing what? Our entity or model class. So here the list data type is representing what? The respective column related data type. It means our entity class variable data type. Don't think about database column data type. Not database type data type. We are always focusing on what? Our entity class data types only, but not database data types. We never ever use in our Java code the database data types. Clear? Okay. Now you tell me in the line number 97, the data type is might be string. Then you can use what? String. Maybe if it is the employee ID that is representing what? Integer. Here what? Integer is recommended. Yes or no? That is what here. Come on. No need to use the database data types. You should use always our entity class data types, whatever you want. Getting my point? Clear? Okay. Next one, the third one is, I need multiple columns data, but not all. There is 100 columns are there. Do we require 100 columns? It won't be display now. Yes or no? Yes, we need multiple columns data, but not all. Getting my point? Maybe there is 50 columns are there on table, let's assume. No need. Example I'm telling. Okay. Out of this 50, I need maybe, you can remove the 5 columns. Right? Okay. Then what? Select multiple, not all. Conditions are applied, not all. Column data. That is what? In the real time, we are going to implement. Okay. The list, you can pass what? Object array. That's all about it. Clear? Okay, now online. For all columns data, you can use our entity class. I need one column data, for example, the respective column data type we have to tell. I need multiple columns data, but not all columns. There is out of 50, I need 10 columns. Then what is required? List object of array. Okay. In the real time, they are using. So if they mentioned like this, see, if they mention like this, you should in a position to understand. Development they would do. At least you have to understand. Online. Are you okay? At least you have to understand. It means the list of our entity class, all columns you are trying to get. How many columns you required? How many you are going to filtering? That is different story. That is secondary. But if you are encountered that syntax or that word like this, it seems to be we are trying to get all columns data. And might be if it is representing one data type, it means what? Whatever the integer data is available in our model or entity class, the particular data only you are going to getting. Like employee ID. Next, the list of object array, it means what? You are trying to get multiple columns from the table, but not all. Getting my point? But not all, but we are trying to get multiple columns. Okay, that is what here. Okay, right. I am going to develop the one application. I hope you got the clarity about the query. Okay, I am giving again 1 or 2 minutes discussion. My time is over, but application has to develop. See that query annotation performing select or non-select operations. But the find by method, it is only performing what? Select operation. Okay, right. You can understand later much. Okay. So here we discussed about SQL, you know, HQL Hibernate query language. JPQL is what? Java persistency query language. How we are going to implement? Now we are going to do that. SQL queries. SQL queries are what? Not database case sensitive, right? So these are case insensitive. But case sensitive is what? Java class variables. Yes or no? And Java class name is what? Case sensitive. Okay, mostly we are covered. What is the valid, what is the invalid, and all we can cover, right? Okay. Right, I am going to develop one application here. I am going to develop one application. Okay. Where is, yeah, right. I don't have the much time, so just I want to copy all this stuff. Huh? Aha. అంతే అంటారా? మళ్ళా ఉండరు. ప్రోగ్రామ్ అయిపోయేలేకే 10 మందికి వస్తారు. అది బాధ. Time is over, sir. Wait, sir. Program have to develop, sir. Okay. That's why I'm taking copy paste for today, but not to Google. Conditions are applied, but not from the Google. Yeah, some people left started. That's your choice here. Okay. I Guys, power down here. So just it is resume. Visible? ఏందిదా? Wait. Okay. How many of you there? So, online. So for offline students, there is an exam today. So that's why, okay, I am postponing this example development tomorrow. But before comes to the class, you have to read that notes. Okay, you have to read that notes, then you can come to the class. Otherwise, the program you never understand. That is damn sure. Tomorrow I am not explained much. Okay, because we already covered. Just overview might be happened, but not in depth. So that you have to practice your side. That notes you have to read out. Okay, okay, Anil, right? Are you online or offline student? Can you confirm? Then why you are going to online here? You can come tomorrow offline. Okay. Okay. Better to come if possible. Anil. Otherwise, I will share tomorrow. No worries. Even online too. Yeah. Today I'm planning to give that one.